Welcome back. Today we're unpacking a specific piece of literature from the Class 9 English syllabus, Philip Larkin's The North Ship. The poem was written by Philip Arthur Larkin. He was a highly respected English poet and novelist, someone so influential in British literature that he was offered the position of Poet Laureate in 1984, though he politely declined the honor. The poem opens with a simple image. As the sun rises over a lifting, restless sea, 3 different ships sit in a harbor, preparing to set sail. We immediately learn that one of these vessels is preparing for a much longer journey than the others. The text says it is rigged. To be rigged means a ship has been fully equipped and physically prepared for a long, difficult voyage. As the morning wind starts to rise, the ships leave the harbor, but their destinations are not determined by the sailors. They are dictated by the forces of the sea. The first ship turns west, gliding easily across a bright, running sea. Larkin notes that this ship is completely possessed by the wind. The environment is doing all the work, pushing the vessel forward without a single ounce of resistance. Because of these favorable conditions, the ship is carried swiftly to a rich country. Metaphorically, this westward path mirrors a life driven by easy circumstances. It is a journey where success and material wealth are attained with very little internal effort or struggle. The second ship turns east, and the environment immediately changes. The water here is unstable. The poem describes it as a quaking sea. Quaking means stirring or trembling. The sea itself is volatile. In this environment, the wind isn't a helper. Larkin describes it hunting the ship like a violent beast. Battered by these forces, the second ship's journey comes to a halt. It is forced to drop anchor in captivity. Captivity means imprisonment, or the total loss of freedom. This eastward journey represents the opposite of the first. It symbolizes those who are defeated by hostile circumstances and become trapped in situations they cannot escape. Despite their different experiences, Larkin gives us a crucial detail. Both the east and west ships eventually return from their voyages. Whether they found wealth or were held captive, their journeys have a definitive end. When a journey depends entirely on external winds, whether they are favorable or hostile, it eventually runs out of momentum. These ships return because they have no drive of their own once the circumstances change. Then there is the third ship. It sails straight north, directly into a high, pitch-black sky. Here, there is no wind to help or hurt. The water is totally still, described as unforgiving and unfruitful. The only light in this dark void is a solitary, fire-spilling star. Unlike the others, this ship cannot rely on nature. To move through this stagnant, frozen sea, it must rely entirely on the strength of its own rigging. Remember that this third vessel was wigged specifically for a long journey. While the others turned back when the wind changed or the destination was reached, this ship continues into the dark. This persistence against an unforgiving sea transforms the ship into a symbol of aspiration. The first 2 ships moved because they were pushed by the wind of circumstance, but the third moves because of an internal engine of purpose. This path requires venturing into the unknown without a guarantee of a safe return or an easy reward. While the pursuit of wealth or submission to fate are common circular paths, the northward journey is different. Because it is self-sustained and driven by internal will, it is the only one that remains wide, far, and continuous. If this breakdown helped you navigate Larkin's poem, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more chapter breakdowns. See you next time.